Yo, I'm Brendan, and today I'm opening the strangest container I've ever gotten from a finance company. This is supposed to be the Robinhood credit card, but instead it looks like some kind of takeout food container. Maybe they know that I love burritos and race cars and sent me a burrito because that would be delicious. So let's open this up and see exactly what it is. Standard styrofoam takeout container. Wow, this literally just looks like a burrito. This stuff out of the way. Leave me a comment below if you like the red or the green salsa more. I mean, this literally feels like a burrito. Am I supposed to use a burrito to buy stuff? I'm so confused here. What is happening? I mean, I guess let's just find out. So I've got the Robinhood credit card app and I need to activate the card. So let's see if I can somehow activate this burrito. I don't understand. How am I going to carry around a burrito and pay for stuff? Activate burrito. I will enable purchases with my metal card. Am I enjoying the app? Yes, but I don't want to leave you a review. Oh, there you go. It's already activated. Sweet. So then in theory, I guess I just take around this burrito and I'll be able to make purchases with it. That's awesome. Tastes good too. All right, enough playing around. Let's show you the actual card so you can see what it's like. I, of course, have not gotten 10 people to sign up for this card, and so the card that I have is not actually a literal gold-plated card. I'd say despite all the hype, it's a very average feeling card. Like, it doesn't give me any particular vibes of, you know, thickness or quality or whatever. It's not a super cheapo plastic card like some of them are. I mean, it's clearly like metal. We'll do a little bit of a drop test here. Now, you can hear that it's metal, but it's not like that clangy, tingy metal like some cards are. Still sounds a little plasticky. The back is clearly coated in like plastic. It doesn't feel like metal at all. And you can even see a little bit of an indent there where the chip is. But overall, it's an attractive enough card. It's got a nice metallic sheen to it. Feels nice in the hand. It is not as tingy and metal as like the Apple Card is. Hear that? This thing is just like a sheet of metal that they have somehow made into a card. Big difference. I'd say weight-wise, they feel pretty similar, but the rigidity of the Apple Card does make it feel more premium. It makes it feel like it's a structural piece of metal that you took out of a building, where this still has some flex to it. Here's how you're supposed to open it. You've got this little nice container. You open the flap. Boom, Robinhood. Very classy. Looks good. A little bit of burrito juice on my fingers. I apologize for that. But the point of this video isn't just to open this card in the silliest way possible. The point is to talk about my experience using it so far. And because I didn't have the physical card yet, all I was able to do is use the app, but the Apple Pay feature, if you will, works perfectly. And so let me show you what it actually looks like in the app whenever you're using the card. I feel like the design is really well done here. This is probably my favorite credit card app design period that I've used ever. So let me show you why. As we start off, you've got the current balance at the very top, which is nice and clear. Then if you need to, you can access the card details, you can look at your auto payment schedule, and those are like the top things, right? I either want to know how much I've charged, how do I use the card, or when am I going to pay it next? Super logical. And if you want to, you can quickly add a card holder, or you can add a virtual card, which I really appreciate because those are the next probably most important things you want to do. And then on the home screen, you've got your transaction list. I love this. The more time goes on and the more complicated our lives get and the more different kinds of payments I want to experiment with, and I force this on our family to have like a complicated life with different forms of payment depending on what like the new hot trending thing is, so I can make videos for you because I love you so much. It just complicates things. It makes it difficult for us to track our spending, and it's not impossible. You can always reconcile at the end of the month. You can use a budget spreadsheet like the one that I've built. You can get that for free with the link in the description, but it's just labor intensive. It's annoying. And so I love that with one Face ID unlock, you can immediately scroll down and see exactly where you're spending money and how much. You can search for certain transactions if you know where the place was. It's just very, very clear. They've even like categorized where they can, and they've said, look, you spent money at a gas station. Look, you spent money at Costco. They use like the actual Costco logo. What this does for me is it just speeds up my recognition of where I spent the money, and so I freaking love that. So now the section that we've all been waiting for, rewards. As you can see, I've spent $340 so far on the card, and so if I'm getting 3% back everywhere, let's check my math skills here. 1,020 points, something like that. Oh yeah, there we go. 1,021 points. That is correct. So it tells us our current points balance, also our lifetime points balance, so you know how much benefit you've gotten from the card overall. And then super fast, let me get right into the redeeming of this within the app. Make it simple. Let's say, for example, I want a statement credit. So far, only $7 worth of things has settled. Let's experiment with the statement credit and see what kind of redemption value we get. It looks like, of course, we're not going to get as high a value as if we trade this in for something like gift cards, because 1,020 points, we're only getting $7.14. So if it was worth 1 cent per point, we should be getting $10.20 worth of value. We're only getting $7.14. Redeem points for cashback, earn 5% annually on cashback, or invest it commission free. I don't understand that 5% number. Yeah, I have no idea what that means. I'll have to come back to you if I learn what that means. Why are they claiming 5% annually on cashback when I should be getting 3% back on the card, which is the point value that we've started with here on the credit card, and then it's reflected as 1 cent per point to transfer that to my Robinhood balance and be able to invest that? I don't know where this 5% is coming from. But even this is really nicely designed. Got a little slider, decide how much you want to put in there. This is probably the most tempting thing I could think of doing with this card because this is immediately going to contribute to my invested net worth. That's really fun. I love how they integrated that. This is the kind of thing that people need to be doing, guys. This is the kind of thing that Acorns needs to do with their debit card, and hopefully they roll out a credit card, and they need to do something just like this. Everyone needs to do this. Look how easy this is to integrate. It's not taking me to a mobile browser. It's not sending me all over the internet to try and figure this out, link this account, sign in there. No, it's done. They've already talked to each other. It's easy. This is the way it should be. How about gift cards? Most of the time, whenever I'm redeeming gift cards, I need to have like a certain balance to be able to actually get a gift card. So maybe we can get a $10 gift card or something like that. But yeah, it might wait until we can have $25 there. Maybe I can do a custom amount. Oh yeah, I could do maybe $10 worth. Redeem in store, show my e-gift card on my phone or print out a paper copy. Cool. And then that redemption value ratio is what we'd expect too. 1,000 points equals $10. And these are decent places to get gift cards. I do wish there was a wider selection here because I'm pretty much buying clothes or food, or the wild card really is Target. You could get a lot of stuff shopped at Target. But if I'm trying to actually use this to save money and not just enable me to impulse buy or splurge buy something, then I'd want it to be a gift card for a place that's a little bit more well-rounded. Now, if you were planning out a purchase anyway, I could see taking advantage of this. Like, oh, I've got to get some new shoes anyway. Let's go to REI. I'm going to spend $100. Let me get a gift card from the Robinhood card, and then I'll be able to essentially save money on a purchase I was going to do anyway. But we just get mixed up in our human psychology that way. When I forgot that you can actually directly shop through the app itself. Interesting. 1 cent per point, 1 cent per point. These all 1 cent per point. That'd be great. I don't even know idea what Glossier is. Bunch of designer stuff, video games, clothing, more designers. I like that it's all 1 cent per point. That's cool. I don't love shopping through an app. I'd rather go to their actual website. But I think if anything, for me, what I want to experiment with is redeeming this for cash back. And it's not like cash in your pocket as much as it is cash in your investing account, which I think is better. Well, I didn't know we were going to try that out right now, but let's try it out right now. So if I want to redeem as much money as possible, I'm going to crank this all the way up. Yeah, the slider doesn't seem to be responsive. Maybe I've got grease on my fingers. We'll redeem $10. Points redeemed successfully, and then we can just view it immediately in the Robinhood app. Let's see that. Something went wrong. Maybe the bugs aren't worked out yet. Oh, wait. There we go. So I've got individual cash that's gone up now. I think I only had $9 before, so now I've got $19. And then, of course, if you watch my margin video, you can see that they show you the interest-free margin balance that you have as buying power. Like, you could just use that as if it's any money you've already deposited. It's really not quite that. It's a different thing. But still, we'll go into the history here. You've successfully redeemed $10 in points, and the funds have been deposited into your brokerage account. There we go. Buying power has reflected that. That is awesome. Oh, maybe that's what they're talking about with the 5%, because they're saying if you're redeeming your points for cash, the cash gets transferred into Robinhood. Then once it's in Robinhood, because you've got to be paying for Robinhood Gold, you've got the card, that means your cash that you have that's uninvested in Robinhood is earning you 5%. I thought for some reason they might be saying that we're going to redeem that and get 5% back through the card, like you're getting a boost for somehow putting it in Robinhood. That's not what it is. I think they're just saying that your uninvested cash is going to earn 5% APY with gold anyway. So if you want to do that, you get 3% on this, then the money goes in there and it earns 5% per year. Okay, a little bit confusing language, but I get it. So far, the card is shaping up to be everything that I hoped it would be. I really like that. If anything, because it's Robinhood, I'm waiting for the other shoe to drop. I don't know if what they're going to change is increasing the price of gold, reducing the features in here somehow, deactivating the card somehow. Something is going to change in the next 6 months, I'm sure, that makes this less appealing. But as of right now, it's pretty darn appealing. And if they do change something within Robinhood Gold, like reduce the 5% APY that you get on uninvested cash, that's not a feature of really Robinhood or the card. It's more about if the Fed lowers the federal funds rate, and then that trickle-down effect affects all of us and our savings accounts rates and things like that. So I wouldn't hold that necessarily against Robinhood if that was the change that was made. But man, as of right now, I'm going to be using this card. This thing is pretty sweet. Well, predictably, the secret comment word for today is gold, because we've got the Robinhood Gold Card. Let me see if this thing sticks to this magnet. Oh yeah, totally sticks. If you enjoyed the video, or you thought it was ridiculous that I pretended like the card was a burrito, then leave me a secret comment word with gold. And otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Bye.